Derek Spallone, glad to be alongside NBA superstar Kevin Durant of the Golden State Warriors. Kevin, how are you doing today, man?
Doing great, man. Can't complain.
I appreciate you taking the time out. And just first and foremost, how exciting is it for you having the opportunity to be a member of Team USA, competing alongside these fellow NBA stars in pursuit of a gold medal?
It's an amazing feeling. It's something that you really can't describe in words. How great it is to be a part of a group that enjoys each other and that wants to win. And we have the greatest athletes, the greatest players, basketball players in the world. But you can't really tell if you're just on the bus with us or on the plane. We're just a bunch of jokesters that enjoy being around each other. So that's the most fun part.
Yeah, I'm sure that makes it extremely fun and chill, I should say, as well. But I want to go back to where it all started for you, man, growing up in Maryland. How did that mold you into the person and player you are today?
Well, it started from a small dream, and it's just a vision, and it just continued to grow. As a kid, I just wanted more and more of it, and being able to play on a team where you have to come together and you have to rely on your teammates. I learned the core values of what it means to be a part of a group, and I learned that from just being in neighborhoods where I had to survive. I had to lean on someone else in order for me to be who I am. And in order for me to just survive and live, I had to lean on someone else. And I just took those core values and that's how I approach basketball, man. And it's made it better. Some of my best friends in the world, people that I would die for, and vice versa, I only met them because I played basketball. So,
Wow, yeah.
So it's just bigger than putting the ball in the hoop for me.
Right. Yeah, it goes beyond that, as you mentioned. That's a great perspective. And I mean, in general, the DMV area has been notoriously known for producing high-caliber athletes, but most notably basketball players like yourself. With that said, how special is it for you knowing you are that top guy to come out of that area, but also knowing you've paved the way for the future generation of DMV ballers?
Yeah, that was my whole goal, to be honest. Of course, I want to be the greatest player I can be, and I want to win championships and do all that stuff, but my main goal was to be the best player from my area. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to be better than Steve Francis. I want to be better than Walt Williams. I wanted to be better than Dave Bing. Like I want to be the best player. Not even an argument. The best player to ever come out of my neighborhood in my area. So I feel like I'm close.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm close. I feel like I surpassed a lot of guys from my area and done a lot in this league. And so I feel like by the time I'm done, hopefully I'm the best player to ever step foot will ever to come from D.C. and walk those streets in D.C. and Maryland. I want to be the best player ever there.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely no denying your hard work and your talent and all the countless hours you've put into your craft to becoming the player you are today. But one quote that always seems to resonate with me was back in 2013 when you said, "I've been second my whole life. I was the second best player in high school. I was the second pick in the draft. I finished second in MVP voting 3 times. I came in second in the finals. I'm tired. I'm done with being second. I'm tired of it, so to speak." And now, when you reflect back on your journeys since then, man, becoming the MVP the following year, a 7-time All-Star, 4-time scoring title champion, and one of 7 prestigious members of the 50, 40, 90 club, what stands out in your mind, man?
Man, I never really looked at all of that stuff. I've done it. I've accomplished a lot. And I just kind of set it down and move on to what's next for me.
Right.
I always want what's next. And by the time my career is done, that's probably when I'll enjoy it the most. But being a second pick, I wanted to be number 1, Being second in MVP voting, I thought I should have won MVP 3 times. That's just how I felt. And that's just how I felt my game has grown. So, but in this league, you got so many great players that feel the same way, and that's what makes our game great. And that competitive nature, wanting to be the best, and it's about working extremely hard. And I feel like I'm one of the hardest workers in the league.
Right.
I feel like I care about the game more than anyone else, and I love the game more than anyone else, and I'm constantly thinking about it. So I think that's what makes you one of the greatest, is that you always want to, first off, be consistent with what you do, and you want to show what you can do, but also work at what you do. And I think I have all 3 of those things covered. But I still got a long ways to go.
Do you still play with that chip, though? That mentality?
I wouldn't even say it's a chip.
Like a fuel to motivation, though.
I'm always motivated because I want to go out there and play well every night, and I want it to be every night. I don't want anybody to say, "Oh, well, you had 25 one night, then you came back and had 7 points the next." Like, I never wanted to be that. I always wanted to be a guy whereas I don't have to score 50 one night when I can score 27, 28 every night.
Okay.
Like that's how I just looked at it as a big picture, and I always wanted to be every day consistent, and that takes a lot of hard work, and
Yeah.
I know that, and it's hard to do that, you know. So I just try to wrap my mind around working hard every single day so I can do what I want to do on the court every single night. So it's mentally a lot, but I've learned to just condition my mind for it.
Perfect. Yeah, and before I let you just go off to practice really fast, I just want to know what's one thing about Kevin Durant that not many people know that you can share with us, maybe a special hobby or interest aside from the game?
I mean, if it was special to me, then it wouldn't be cool to tell anybody.
Okay,
So,
got you. You're a music guy, I can tell.
yeah.
Be the vibing to, man.
just about anything
Okay.
right now, man. Whatever, I can't really answer that question because it's like whatever, however the wind blows, that's what I'll listen to. So I got a diverse music collection, and I've learned a lot about music as I've gotten older. So yeah.
I'm sure it keeps flowing for you, man. But hey, Derek Spallone, Kevin Durant, I appreciate your time, man.
Great
Thanks a
job,
lot.
man.